Councillor Perks to speak.
Thank you, Speaker. I wanted to address myself specifically to the motions that Councillor Thompson has put in front of us. There have been a lot of reaction to them, some suggestions that to support Councillor Thompson is to be reckless and to not be supportive of the work of the Toronto Police Service. I want to be clear. I am deeply, deeply supportive of the work of the Toronto Police Service. I want to tell you a quick story. In my community, I have a very large population, recently arrived in Canada, of Roma refugees. They've been here for between 5 and 10 years. They have a profound reason from their history to mistrust government, to mistrust police, and to mistrust ethnic Hungarians. Profoundly deep reasons historically for that. We have been struggling through all of our public agencies to try to build a relationship of trust. It's been sort of successful. This year, the Toronto Police Service assigned a Hungarian-speaking and ethnically Hungarian police officer to that division. He has worked and worked, gone to homes, volunteered times, had barbecues where he bought the food himself, and last week we had a meeting that he organized of the entire suite of services that the city offers, and they came and he translated and said, "What do you need from the city?" It was an astonishing example of what a dedicated public servant can do to help vulnerable people in the city of Toronto. And I support his work, and I hope that more and more cops do work like that. But that notwithstanding, I have to support Councillor Thompson's motion. It's not because I think that the work of the police service is unimportant. I just told you I do think so. I'm supporting it because of the other half. Yes, he wants to take money out of the police budget, but he wants to put it places. He wants to put it into daycare. He wants to put it into youth drop-ins, like at Masaryk Cowan, where you were last week, Mr. Mayor. He wants to put it into environmental programs that our staff have recommended. He wants to put it into reserves so that we can balance our budget better next year, and we've heard the warnings from the city manager. He wants to put it into a variety of anti-poverty measures, which we have promised the community in Toronto. And the public servants who work in those departments are every bit as dedicated as that police service officer. We don't get to say yes to everybody here. We actually are paid to come here and make hard choices. And I want you to think about that choice that you're making. We asked the Toronto Public Service to find cuts in their budget. Some critical areas came in below the rate of inflation. Affordable housing came in below the rate of inflation. Children's services, Toronto Employment Services, city planning, fire, municipal licensing 311. These are just some of the services who found the cuts that we were asking for. And what did we do to them after they found those cuts? We said, that's not enough. We're giving you an unallocated cut on top of the cuts you've already made. And when we do that, we call it fiscal discipline. Fiscal discipline. Thank you for finding savings. Now go find some more. When the police service comes in at 2.5% above, and some of us on council say, we need some actual savings from you, we're told that's reckless. Why is it fiscal discipline when we have 12,000 families on the waiting list for daycare and we tell Children's Service to cut more, but it's not fiscal discipline when we tell the police your budget's grown every year since amalgamation, it's outpaced all other departments since amalgamation, it's eating up almost all of the room for new revenue in this year's budget? Why isn't that fiscal discipline? Or when we look at our affordable housing office, which by the way came in below with a cut, why is it fiscal discipline when we tell them we want more on top of that, but it's not fiscal discipline when we tell the police service, I'm sorry, we need more? Why don't we tell Children's Services, you know what, you can have all the money you want, but we'll set up a task force to figure out how to save money in the future? The double standard is unacceptable. We on this council have to choose. I choose the services that make it great to live in this city and that invest in people. And that's why I'm supporting Councillor Thompson's motions.
Thank you.